unconnected ocean, a vast blue expanse critical to life on Earth. And there's no better animal to represent the story of the ocean with all its splendor and uncertainty than the killer whale, or as it's scientifically known, the Orcinus orca. The orca lives in every corner of the ocean, from the Arctic to the Atlantic, the Southern to the Indian, to the mighty Pacific and beyond. This whale story is the ocean's story, and it is one we all share.
Welcome to SeaWorld's Orca Encounter. My name is Jen, and I'm honored to introduce you to this intriguing and majestic animal. They represent.
Kimberly.
Oh, Lord.
I'm gonna get away. Yours. Ven. Para no te des un Are you able to share this? Are you able to share? Oh, okay. Just ahí con eso. Yes, put it in the middle. Yes, put it a little bit. Might fall down. Déjalo a tu cabeza. Así, saca la mano así de los lados. Maya. Maya, espérate.
While they are found in every ocean, orcas living off the coast of Iceland are quite different than those near Costa Rica. In fact, there are at least 10 types or ecotypes of killer whales. An ecotype describes the differences between killer whale size, physical form, weight, social structure, and habitat.
Leave him right there, poor thing.
As you can see, the differences are subtle, but noticeable when compared side by side. Orcas are adapted perfectly to their environments. And even the whale's black and white coloration has a purpose. It camouflages the outline of their bodies in the water, making it easier for them to surprise and catch their prey.
Hey, you're gonna get wet, huh? Well, you didn't bring one.
When viewed from above, the black of the whale blends in with the dark depths of the ocean. When viewed from below, the orca's white bellies match the brighter surface of the water, blending with the light above, giving them the perfect camouflage.
And Corky is going to help me show you some of their physical characteristics. Corky's blowhole is perfectly located for taking quick breaths at the surface. Even the location of her eyes works to her advantage. It might look like they're located in those white little eye patches, but this is a visual distraction. Her eyes are actually located in the dark parts of her face, camouflaged for thrashing prey. The fin on her back is called a dorsal fin. The dorsal fin helps the whale stabilize themselves as they swim. The dorsal fin also helps them regulate their body temperature. The flippers on either side of their body are called pectoral flippers. The pectoral flippers help the whales to stop and steer while they're swimming. Unlike the dorsal fin, the pectoral flippers contain bone. In fact, they have 5 bony digits, very similar to the human hand. The lobes on either side of the tail are called tail flukes. The tail flukes are the engine of the killer whale and can propel them almost 30 miles an hour. But the whales swim the fastest, and they use the most power. When they're propelling, they're nearly 10,000 pounds up and out of the water.
Killer whales are highly social animals with a well-defined social structure. The orca is always led by a female. Though just half the size of her male counterpart, she is in charge. It's all about attitude, not size. Because they live and work as a group, orcas need to communicate with sounds and body language. Orcas use clicks for echolocation or navigation. Whistles to socialize in the pod. And calls for group coordination and hunting. Vocal development studies here at SeaWorld show that early on, calves learn vocalization from their mothers. But as they grow, they learn from others close to them as well. This is a bottlenose dolphin call that Shuka learned and even taught other killer whales here at SeaWorld. In fact, orcas are the largest members of the dolphin family. Whales here and in the wild use vocalization to communicate all the time.
Like all animals, killer whales use body language as part of their communication.
No, you're gonna get wet right now.
A pectoral flap might be used to show dominance or to get the attention of whales in the surrounding area. For example, a mother might use a pec flap to get the attention of her calf. But when the whales really want to get your attention, they reach. By having the top of the whales coordinate, communicate, and get a better view of their surroundings. Flip flaps are another form of body language that killer whales can utilize. Killer whales are excellent communicators, so it's no surprise they're at the top of the ocean's food chain.
Killer whales work together. And most important, Every day they confused and contained, the whales stimulated the powerful dancers.
Right off the beach. Ikaika is going to demonstrate a similar movement.
Excuse me.
Antarctic orcas will create waves washing over floating blocks of ice, knocking seals into the water. Corky is going to demonstrate a similar wave-making technique, showing one of the many intriguing and complex hiding strategies killer whales have developed around the world. Until you have experienced it firsthand. Luckily for all of you today, you're going to get to experience the power of the killer whale wave. Are you guys ready? All right, look up right here side of the way. And then not to be outdone, here comes Corky over here on the left-hand side of the stadium.
In this example, we see the larger male orcas surround a sperm whale, forming a perimeter, while the females continue to drive the whale forward until it reaches exhaustion. The calves then move in to join the adults in the group. Whatever their prey, killer whales always cooperate and hunt together, making them a highly successful predator.
To hunt and practice their skills as they grow. You often see killer whales showing off together in the wild. We see it here at SeaWorld all the time. Our whales are always learning from each other and mimicking each other.
Sube las manos. Ya me los mojó todo. No te lo agarras. Agarra. Ándale,
Now, playful behavior does have a purpose. In the wild, it seldom might be used to stun fish. But here today, our whales might just be stunning all of you. We interact with our whales all day, every day, allowing us to build trusting relationships and provide optimal healthcare, research, and quality of life. Our whales take an active role in their own health and well-being. They know several different voluntary husbandry behaviors. These are basically healthcare behaviors. One of which you're seeing across the pool there. The whales learn to roll over us and offer us their tail flukes. There's a vein running just under the skin of those tail flukes where our veterinarians can come out and draw a blood sample. That blood sample will tell our vets all kinds of things about the health of the whales, making sure they're staying healthy.
La malla.
Our whales will also slide out on a scale. You're seeing that on the screen there. That's Orcas. We weigh all 10 of our killer whales every single week to make sure the adults are staying at a healthy weight and also to make sure that our younger whales, like Amaya and Makani, are growing properly. Our whales will even allow us to take a breath sample from their blowhole. All of this is possible because of the relationships we've developed with them day after day here at SeaWorld. Now, throughout the presentation, we've talked a lot about the physical adaptations of the whales and their many different behaviors, but now I want to tell you about their personalities, which are so individualistic and amazing. Across the pool, we have Ikaika, showing you his big pectoral flippers there. Ikaika is a 17-year-old male. He's big and goofy and so much fun. His partner right there is Corky. Corky's our oldest killer whale. Believe it or not, she's in her 50s, everybody. We challenge the whales every day to learn new things, to engage, and stimulate their minds. Diet, exercise, and of course play help keep the whales in great shape.
The whales here at SeaWorld have helped killer whales in the wild by participating in many research studies. One ongoing study monitors the whale's heart rate and breathing to understand how marine noise pollution from ship engines and other sources affect wild populations. In another study, scientists from NOAA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, took measurements of the killer whales living here, including pregnant whales. By comparing these measurements with drone footage of killer whales in the wild, scientists are able to monitor the wild population's nutritional and reproductive states. Other research has been done here at SeaWorld on the mother whale's milk composition. This research will help create an effective model to understand how toxins in the ocean impact wild killer whales and their milk supply. What we learn from the whales in our care every day is actively helping whales in the wild survive. And just by being here today, you've supported our rescue, research, and conservation efforts all around the world. If we work together, like the killer whale, we can protect the future of the Orcas and this beautiful planet that we all share.